This is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Alison Metcalf, who is the Executive Vice President, North America, Australia, and New Zealand for Tourism Ireland. And we're going to talk about just how open is Ireland right now, and this is Insider Travel Report. So how open is Ireland?
Ireland is totally open. I mean,
no.
Absolutely totally open. No restrictions. All the testing is gone. I just came back from Ireland. So I was in Limerick, I was in Killarney, I was in Belfast, I was all over the country. Everything is open, and I can't tell you how excited our industry partners are, attractions hoteliers. They just cannot wait to welcome back American travellers. And in fact, they're already doing that. In fact, around St. Patrick's Day, we saw a good number of visitors coming to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in person for the first time in almost over 2 years.
Well, that's the beginning of your season. So how was St. Patrick's Day for you guys?
St. Patrick's Day was phenomenal. And we obviously had a live parade again. There were great festivals and events throughout the city of Dublin, but right around the country. And I think it was what people wanted to do. They wanted to get back in person. We're social people. People want to travel. And it was the first time that we were able to sort of celebrate together. And we had great media coverage around that. And it is the start of the season. It's typically when people start booking their summer travel plans. But as we know, those typical kind of booking windows, everything is literally out of the window since the pandemic. People have been thinking about and dreaming about those trips to Ireland, but they've had so many sort of false starts. But now is the time to, as we know, press the green button. It's our new global campaign. We're investing more in the US than we've ever invested before. And we're saying to people, now is the time. You've been dreaming about this trip. You've been planning. We at Tourism Ireland have been keeping you inspired, and as travel advisors, I hope we've done a good job in keeping you up to date with some of the new experiences. But now is the time to travel, and your clients will not be disappointed. That trip that they had dreamed of will be better than it's ever been before.
So in truth, you've been marketing the green button. You're on the second phase of that.
We are, yeah. We have a significant campaign out there. We launched the second phase at the end of February. We pushed it out a little bit because of Omicron. We're getting a terrific response. We're out there with our largest ever campaign running across television and digital and social channels in all of our key gateways. And what we're doing this year is we're really sort of focusing that investment on those gateways where we have direct air access.
That's the other thing that's so great, the amount of lift you have now. What's the number?
We're really excited about that. I mean, we have direct flights. This summer we'll have direct flights from 14 gateways. So pre-pandemic, we had 18 gateways. We're already back at 14. We're back at 87% of that airlift. So it's easy to get there. And I think, post-pandemic, people are looking for point-to-point connections. And we have to remind people, if you're coming from the East Coast, it's less, it's 6 hours or less. If you're coming from the Midwest, it's, 7-8 hours. And even the West Coast now, we've got Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Seattle coming back as the summer progresses. So easy to get there. And remember, when you're traveling back to the US, we've got the pre-clearance US CBP. So when you arrive back in the US, it's like arriving back as a domestic visitor.
I mean, obviously, indoors in Ireland, you don't need a mask.
No, I mean, there's no mandates any longer.
So people should do whatever they want to do.
People, it's personal choice, and I think that's the way it is. And I think it's worth reminding people, and particularly to the advisors out there, that Ireland has one of the highest vaccination rates in Europe, over 93%. So advisors and clients can plan those trips with confidence, knowing that, and not only is the population highly vaccinated, but the industry has put in place significant safety protocols. You'd expect them to be there.
Tools for the travel advisor, you always have them.
We do. We have our annual series of webinars. So we have monthly webinars that focus on different types of travel. So group travel, luxury travel, golf travel, different regions of the country, the Wide Atlantic Way, Northern Ireland. We also have our Facebook trade group. Again, we'd encourage advisors who are really interested in selling Ireland to sign up to that. We have regular e-zines, and as the year progresses, we'll bring on a series of fam trips as well. And again, we're hitting the road. Actually, next week we're going to be launching our first in-person sales mission. Right. So we'll be on the road with 15 companies from the island of Ireland. We'll be in Boston, New York, Washington, and Chicago next week. So if you'd like to join us and you haven't signed up, please do.
Well, then they should be going to trade.ireland.com.
Absolutely.
And then they can learn about these
They can, absolutely. And again, we also have great content that they can get access to. It's photography, video content if they're doing presentations to potential client groups. So yes, absolutely, we're here to support them. The Travel Trade Channel is really important for the US market, and I think post-pandemic it's becoming even increasingly important. People want to spend more. They're willing to spend a bit longer because they're desperate to, take advantage of being able to travel now. They've been hunkered down in their basements, as we know, for the last couple of years. So yes, the having that reassurance of having a good travel advisor, I think people have realised the value of a travel advisor. If things go belly up, they've got somebody to call.
So you've got the Green Button campaign, but you're also now drilling down, and you're going to do these. Let's hold up this, and let's explain what this is.
So we've just launched today in New York. This is the Global Irish Festival Series, and this is 4 festivals, which is really targeting the diaspora. And we're really fortunate in the US to have a massive diaspora. I mean, 34 million Americans would claim Irish ancestry. So what these festivals are, there's 4 festivals taking place along the Wild Atlantic Way, which is a hugely popular route for American travelers, the longest one of the longest touring routes in the world, but certainly 1,600 miles. And you can see the logo. So festivals will be taking place in Mayo in Donegal, Kerry and Limerick. And so for anybody, I mean, certainly they're designed to appeal to people, the diaspora, so people who have heritage in these counties. And I suppose the common themes coming through the activities, and these festivals will take place throughout the year, so anchored around food, genealogy, if you want to explore your roots, music, screen tourism. So all of those are themes that really sort of do are really important ingredients of a great vacation. So we know that the Irish diaspora are the sort of the first group of people to travel back to Ireland. They can act as great ambassadors and advocates for the wider leisure market. So we're encouraging them to go back and reconnect with family, with their roots. And when they come back, we're asking them to spread the word so that people can see that Ireland is open and that we can't wait to roll out the green welcome mat.
And we're going to give you more information on the Global Irish Festival Series, so stay tuned for more interviews and more stories about that. Now, we're going to sign off. We've got over 100,000 travel advisors listening. What's your advice on selling Ireland? Well,
my advice to travel advisors out there, if you have clients interested in traveling to Ireland, book now. There's some great airfares out there. Book now and make sure that you remind them of Ireland is an open, warm and welcoming and very safe destination. And I think that what Ireland offers around history, heritage, scenery and the crack, as we say, and that's the Gaelic word, C-R-A-I-C, fun. I think we're all ready for a bit of fun. When we travel, we want to get back to having a good time. So book now, book early. And as I say, book into the fall, book summer and fall. There's some great airfares out there. And we at Tourism Ireland are here to support you. If there's anything we can do to help you make that sale, please do contact our team.
So let's get the crack back.
Get the crack back. Ireland is open, the crack is back, the fun is back. And after all, what a vacation's about if it's not about having fun.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thanks, Alan. Always a pleasure.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.